Namaste to all JVN students. Myself, Dr. Priya Gotwal, Dep- Faculty of Education and Methodology in Department of Chemistry. Today, I'm going to discuss the chemical properties of the chemical reactions of the alkanes. Here, some of the alkanes are likely to be react with the maximum numerous kind of reagents to form the another derivatives of the alkanes, which is known as the substituted alkanes. So in this category, in this regard, first of all, I'm going to discuss oxidation of the alkanes. As we know that the alkanes are only family of organic molecules that have no functional groups because alkane compounds containing only hydrogen and carbon atoms to it. So consequently, they undergo very few reactions. Okay, so one reaction that alkanes undergo is combustion reaction, and second one, combustion is an oxidation reduction reaction, which is known as a redox reaction because combinedly oxidative and reductive process is known as a redox process. So we call that the oxidation is the loss of electrons from the atoms, from the molecules, and reduction is the gain of electrons from the atoms, from the molecule. So the two phenomena occur if simultaneously during the course of the reaction. This the process is known as the oxidation reaction, and combinedly we can say there the phenomena is a redox reaction. So to determine if an organic compound undergo oxidation or reduction, we concentrate on the carbon atoms of the starting material and the product and compare the relative number of carbon hydrogen and carbon Z bond where Z an element is more electronegative than the carbon. Usually this is known as oxygen, nitrogen and X. X is denoted to the halogen family like chlorine, fluorine, bromine and iodine. So these are the some elements are usually known as the hetero elements. So in this process, the oxidations result an increase in the number of C-joint bonds or oxidation results in decrease in the number of carbon hydrogen bonds. Reduction results in a decrease in the number of carbon Z bonds or reduction result in increase the number of the carbon hydrogen bond. So this phenomena generated during the course of the reaction. In figure, the oxidation and reduction of the carbon compound, we can see here the increasing number of the carbon oxygen bonds like in oxidation process, the this is a hydrocarbon categorized as alkane. The first nomenclature alkane is a methane. Carbon atom is bonded to the 4 hydrogen, which is known as methane. It is oxidized during the reaction. We get a OH functional group in spite of a hydrogen. So the hydrogen is replaced by the hydrogen. This is oxidized through the oxidation process and we get alcohol. Okay, this product is nomenclated as methane plus ol methanol. It is a first primary alcohol. Okay, it is further oxidized. We get C double bond O group. The alcohol is converted into the carbonyl group. The C double bond O group is known for its carbonyl group. Okay, and this further oxidation is take place, we get a carboxylic acid group. This product is known as a methanoic acid, which is also known as a formic acid. The formic acid is a general trivial name of this kind of acid, and the methanoic is a IUPAC name of this kind of acid. Here we can see this is further oxidized through the oxidizing agent depending on the reaction condition, what kind of use the oxidizing agent. Like this is finally oxidized to form carbon dioxide as it is carbon bonded to the double bond oxygen and double bond oxygen. Two oxygen bonded with the double bond of the carbon, which is known as the carbon dioxide. Most oxidized form of carbon. Okay, so here we can see that the increasing number of carbon oxygen bond and simultaneous increasing number of the carbon hydrogen bond on the process of the reduction. It is a vice versa. In alkanes undergo combustion, that is they burn in the presence of oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water. Generally, we can see substance will combustible and we get a further product as a carbon dioxide and water. Okay, carbon dioxide is in a gaseous form which is include in the environment through the directly combustion. Okay, this is the main phenomena of the pollution. Okay, we know that today we are facing some polluted environment through this mainly carbon dioxide. So this is an example of oxidation. Every carbon hydrogen and carbon carbon bond in the starting material is converted to a CO bond in the product. So some examples of alkane oxidation here we can discuss in earlier CH4 plus 2O2, okay, which is the oxidizing agent, and it is during the flame we get CO2 plus 2H2O. In this reaction, the heat is generated as an energy. Okay, this is a simpler alkane. Okay, if some substituted alkanes like 2,2,4 trimethylpentane, which is known as isooctane, with which is reduced starting material, okay, by the oxygen in the flame, we get 8 moles of carbon dioxide, which is the oxidized product of this starting material. We get 9 mole of water along with the heat of the energy. During the course of the reaction, maximum heat is generated through this process. So we can discuss it is further earlier slide. Here we can see that this phenomena is always produced in oxidation and reduction process. In oxidation, result and increase the number of oxygen, okay, increase in the number of CZ bond, okay, CZ, that will be oxygen, nitrogen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. These are heteroatoms are associated during the course of the oxidation, which is the result in the oxidation process increases, and the oxidation also result in a decrease in the number of carbon hydrogen bond. We can see this is explained by this. Here we can see if the phenomena is retrograde. Yes, this phenomena, if it is retrograde, the most oxidized carbon dioxide compound, which further reduced to the methane. Okay, how when we can use a reducing material, reducing agent, it is further reduced step by step during the course of the reaction. This process is known as a reduction of the carbon dioxide. In this category, in this phenomena, increasing number of carbon hydrogen bonds and decreasing the carbon oxygen bonds, and vice versa, it is opposite for the oxidation. Okay, so in above slide we discuss A combustion reaction. Any substance is combustible, reduced or oxidized to form a carbon dioxide along with the water, which is known as a combustion reaction. So, the overall, the oxidation of alkanes depending on the oxidizing and reducing agents. Thank you. This this chemical reaction has completed through this slide. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.